Hello everyone. So this is the video about how to create dictations using Learn. This is something that I figured out rather recently, and I found that it's been quite helpful. So I can go to quizzes. Okay, here we go. Right. So what I like to do is to go to question library. I like to create my questions in there and then insert them into quizzes. Okay, so as you can see, I've already created a number of questions. So let's go to new question. So what you need to do is select fill in the blanks question. Okay, and so I've just labeled this, since this is my 31st question, I'll just label it question number 31. What I like to do for my text is just put listen and write. Now this is for a full dictation, meaning that they have to write the entire sentence. Now what I like to do is get rid of text number 2 because we don't need text number 2. Listen and write here. Okay, so then in blank number 1, this is the answer. So whatever your sentence is going to be. So let's just say my eyesight is deteriorating rapidly. And I put full stop there. Okay, so that's the answer. Weight, change the weight to 100%. All right, I like to have case insensitive. You could have case sensitive, meaning whether or not it's going to be, whether or not it should be capital letters or whether or not it should be lowercase or whether or not it matters. Now, what you have to do here is to select this to insert your audio file. Now, I'll show you how I go about recording audio for this. What I like to use is a program called Voice Recorder. Now I've already downloaded this. It should come free. Okay, so this is pretty simple to use. And so what was our sentence? My eyesight is deteriorating rapidly. Okay, here we go. My eyesight is deteriorating rapidly. Okay, I'll press play to listen. My eyesight is deteriorating rapidly. Okay, sounds pretty good. Okay, then I like to right click here, rename, and we're going to call it question number 31. Rename. Okay, so then when I go to here, my computer, choose file. Okay, all right, you don't need to look at this. Documents, mine's under sound recordings. Okay, here it is. Question number 31. So I put that in here. Click upload. Now, the important thing to do is deteriorating rapidly. Okay, there you go. So select this is decorative. But just do it and insert. Okay, now you have your answer. So let's preview it. And this is what it looks like. My eyesight is deteriorating. My eyesight is deteriorating rapidly. Right. So up here, this is what the student will see and has to write it in. And then when the student gets the feedback, then this is what it will look like. They'll have, it might say their answer in here, and then the correct answer. So done. Okay, so let's just save that. Now let's take a look at a quiz that I've already done. because there are a few boxes that you have to check to make sure that it runs properly. So let's go to quiz. Okay, so let's say dictation exercise is number 3, for instance. Okay, we're going to go to here and select preview to see what it will look like. Excuse me. Pardon me, please. Select start quiz. Okay.
This device has a unique mechanism that prevents heat loss.
So this is what it appears like to the students if everything's done properly. So this device has a unique, not sure what that was.
This device has a unique mechanism that prevents heat loss.
Okay, and dot. Okay, now I want to go on to the next question. I hit next page.
His guilty conscience is motivating him to redeem himself.
Okay, all right. So let's say I've gone through all 5. I like to have 5 questions per quiz, just because the students won't be able to receive any feedback about the question until the end. So I don't like to put too many questions there. So submit quiz. All right, submit quiz.
This device is
So that happens. All the recordings will play at the same time. But this is basically what it looks like. Okay, so this was wrong. What did I spell wrong? Ah, okay. Right. So it should be this device, and I just had the device. Now, there is a way to have alternate answers so that it doesn't have to be perfect. But this is just a self-study activity anyway. Students are able to compare their responses with the correct responses.
This device is a unique.
Okay, it was this device. All right, and so you're done. And so that's what it should look like in the end. Now, let's take a look. Okay, let's exit preview here. And let's take a look at what we need to do to make sure that everything goes according to plan. Okay. What I like to do is have 1 question per page. Otherwise, you're going to get 5 questions, all 5 questions at once, and then you'll get all the recordings at once. So you just, questions per page, apply. Okay, it's already done that anyways. Okay, let's go to restrictions. Let's see if there's anything under restrictions. No, I don't think that there's anything that you have to select. Now, it will start as inactive until you hit active. So that's one thing that you need to look at, is that the default is actually inactive, and I've selected active, which means that the students can see it. But while you're still working on it, it will be in inactive state. Okay, so assessment. What else do we have to see? This is important. You need to check this box. Allow attempt to be set as graded immediately upon completion. That means that the student will be able to receive the feedback. Otherwise, the student won't be able to receive the feedback. They'll just get a message that says that your quiz has been submitted. Okay, so make sure you select that. Also go to attempts allowed. I think the default might be 1, so check unlimited and apply. Okay, so that should be good. Let's go to objectives. You could put objectives in there saying what the purpose of the dictation is, of course. Submission views, now this is important too. You go to default view, or default view, however you want to say it. Show questions, yes. Show questions with show all questions with user responses, yes. Show question answers, yes. And you can show question score out of score. So this allows the student to be able to fully see the feedback. So that should be it. There are other things that you can do. Let's say you want to do a partial dictation. Okay, so let's look at another one that I've done that uses a partial dictation, meaning that only some of the words are removed. Okay, so I guess I didn't need to go into it. I could have just selected preview to begin with, but preview, start quiz, of course. Computer's taking a long time today. Okay.
I don't like speaking in front of others, but I'm willing to give it a go.
Okay, so I've put in part of the sentence here and then fill in the blank here. Now I'll show you how I did that. You go to here. Let's click on question number 1.
I don't like speaking.
Okay, hold on a second. Add edit questions, that's what we want. And then question number 1. Okay, so what I did was in the text, instead of putting listen and write, I put in the part of the sentence, and then I basically just did this, click, 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 click. So this is, I'll show you. Hey. Okay, just the dash underline, right? Shift dash, right? And then I put in the answer here and put 100%. Now let's say I wanted to do, let's say I wanted to take out in front of others. Okay, then I can go like this. Add an answer. Okay, so now I've got 2 blanks. Okay, 2 blanks. So the first one was in front of others. The second is I'm willing to give it a go. Dot. So then you have to change the weight from 50 to 50 here. 50% weight, 50% weight there. And so then there will be 2 blanks for the student to have to fill in. Hopefully that part makes sense. Yes, hopefully all this makes sense. If it doesn't, please find a way to let me know. Overall, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much.